Hey,
Hello, how are you?
fantastic piece. How are you doing
I'm
today?
doing well. There we go. Now that looks like me. It was just tell me, how you doing? I'm so happy to have you today.
I'm glad that you having me here today. It is an amazing day. I woke up, spoke how I wanted my day to be, and it's just off to that start.
All right. Please introduce yourself to the people. I already introduced myself real quick at the very beginning.
All
Let them
right,
know
all
who you
right.
are.
Well, what's going on, everybody? My name is Isis Love, and I'm a certified licensed hypnotherapist. And I am here to empower individuals on how to use the power of their subconscious mind to be able to live their best life, right? Who wouldn't want to live their best life?
Come on now. So, I have a question for you. Let's just get straight into it. What made you go on the path to becoming a hypnotherapist?
Well, you know what? To be honest, like years years back, maybe 25 plus years back,
Hmm.
um, I had my own issues with my mind and patterns and habits that I was going through, and I went to go see therapists and all these different people. Not to say that it didn't work, but I first needed to understand what it is I needed to really work on, and so um, I did go to a therapist, and he started telling me about something called the subconscious mind. And I'm like, the subconscious mind? Like, I ain't never, did they teach me this in school? Like, what's that?
Same.
So, long story short, I went to go find all the information I could on the subconscious mind, and it led me through down this rabbit hole of information. And some of the things that I've started to learn, I started to apply to my life. And I realized that, oh wow, like if I can help myself, how many other people can I help learn the powers of their subconscious mind? So I was mentoring, just helping people overall with personal development in their mindset. But I was like, how can I make people quantum leap to the next level? Right? Like, how can we really get this information in so that they can see faster results? And to be honest, hypnotherapy found me.
Okay.
Yeah, it found me. So I went to college for it for about a year, and they taught me so many different tools and so many different ways to see it from a scientific point of view as well. So
Mhm.
here we are today.
I love how you said hypnotherapy found you. That was kind of similar to my journey. I had hit, we all hit rock bottoms, but I had hit a very low point in my life where I found myself wanting to unalive myself. And I've been there at a very young age. At 13 years old, I actually went through and tried to do it. I am a survivor. But after having my baby, postpartum depression hit. I was already depressed before my baby. I had just found out I had herpes when I found out I was pregnant with my baby. And looking at my son, it just wasn't an option. So that's what made me just start my own healing journey and start therapy and started learning about the subconscious mind. And in that, I met my community and I started not only therapy, but working with energy practitioners and brain coach and more. And that's when I was introduced to hypnotherapy myself. So before we like really get into gratitude, I just want to ask, like, what was your moment in your life that made you go, something's got to give, something has to change?
Wow, that's an excellent question. So, actually, when I went from having money to not having money, I found myself in a position where I was living outside of, living inside of my truck. Long story short, I did not a crazy, but I did an investment into a travel trailer. I was going to travel, across country from Atlanta to Cali, and everything was good. I was going to live in my travel trailer. My lease was up and everything, and I'm in the travel trailer for the night before I take off. And there was a storm that day in Atlanta, and so we noticed there was a lot of leaking. So the next day we got on the roof. We noticed that the roof was rotted out. Now this was like maybe six years ago. Maybe the roof was rotted out. Long story short, they sold us a lemon. There was nothing we could do about it. We couldn't travel. And I say we, I'm talking about my previous ex. We couldn't travel anywhere, right? So all of the money that I had, it was kind of set to the side to be able to live in a travel trailer, not to pay rent, not to pay that, because I invested so much into it. So long story short, like, just missed money management, crazy investment. It led me to living in my truck. A lot of people's like, yeah, but you could have went to go get a job, but that wasn't my life purpose. My life purpose wasn't to have a job, so that's not what I wanted to go do. So in that moment of being like living in my truck, that's actually when I found out about the magic and how the subconscious mind works. So I'll just keep it right here for right now.
All right. So tell me a little bit about the magic of the subconscious mind and how that relates to just your own journey with gratitude and helping you get to from a point where you're living in your truck to where you are right now.
Yeah. So I'll pick it back up. So in that moment, I was actually down in San Diego and LA, so living out by like the beach. So it was a cool place to like live in the car, you know. But what I realized is that I started to focus on what I had. I started to be grateful for what I had. Every night when I would, you know, set up my space in my car, you know, black out the windows with random pieces of clothes and stuff, I would still sit there and give thanks for where I was, because there were some people who didn't even have that. And then the next thing that I started to do is I started to imagine. I started to be like, you know what? I'm just going to start speaking stuff and it's going to start happening. And so one day I got up, wasn't a lot of money flowing through. I was selling like crystal jewelry. I was doing tarot card readings. I was doing what I had to do to get some change in, you know what I'm saying? And so one day I woke up and I was just like, you know what? I want a good breakfast. Like, I want to eat good. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to pay for it. And so I said, I'm going to get the meal for free. I didn't know how, but I claimed it and I woke up and I said it. And I saw myself, therefore I was it, because I already saw it, right? Mm-hmm. So I call up this restaurant. I placed my order. I'm walking over, skipping down. And where was I at this time? I think I was in San Diego by then. I'm skipping down the streets of San Diego, going to this restaurant. So I go to the counter and I'm still don't know what my plan is, but I had to like wait for my food because it wasn't ready. So I sat down. The guy who brought it to me, he starts sitting down talking to me. So I'm like, damn, oh shit, like, how am I to get up out of here? Because, you know, I was just probably going to just walk out. So I'm like, well, I might as well eat my food. I'm going to figure it out. So anyways, I'm eating my food. The conversation ends. The guy says, oh, by the way, let me get you your check. And this time I'm like, yo, I don't have any money to pay for this meal, but something gonna give. So he comes back, he lays the check on the table and said, meal is on me.
Wow. I love that. You know, yeah. You talk about having vision for yourself and speaking gratitude, but sometimes for a lot of people who are ridden, like crippled with anxiety, right? How can they get to the point where they can speak things into existence, be grateful for what they have vision when everything in their life, all they can see is everything going wrong in their life?
To be honest, it goes back to gratitude. It goes back to, yes, your life is not the way that you want it to be yet, but it's about having that faith and that gratitude that, you know, first knowing who you are. A lot of people don't know who they are and how powerful they are as an individual. So, and it takes time sometimes to realize, you know, that, because there's so many external forces that, you know, the masses or media puts us to believe in. So I would say definitely just building a relationship with self and having the faith. I know sometimes it's hard, but if you just have a faith of the size of a mustard seed, you know what I'm saying? Like just a little cute little mustard seed, right? And keep practicing it. It's going to take time, you know? So what I would recommend doing is when you get up, right? And it's something that I have a gratitude journal. And I got a little something special for you guys. If you don't mind, Coach, I got a little something special that I'm going to announce at the end of this. So I need you guys to stay here to the end. But what I do is I have a gratitude journal. And when you write down what you're grateful for, it strengthens that muscle in your mind to be focused more on what you're grateful for versus what you don't have. So it may take a little time depending on how deep of a degree that fear or that anxiety is, but your brain can be rewired.
I love that. It's like a glass half full instead of glass half empty, right?
Exactly.
For the people in life who don't even know what gratitude is, can you define that for us, please?
Yeah, I mean, in my personal breakdown, I'll say this: gratitude is being in the feeling of praise, in a feeling of wow, in a feeling of this is all for me. So I say gratitude is a feeling of like Thanksgiving, just being thankful for what it is that you have accomplished, what it is that you have, because gratitude, people sometimes think it needs to be something grandiose that you're grateful for. But when I wake up, to be honest, I'm grateful for my eyelashes. Okay? Like just the lashes alone, because a lot of people don't got eyelashes. No disrespect, I'm not here to call anybody out, but I'm grateful for my eyelashes because they long, they pretty. A lot of people be putting on the lashes. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but mine's just naturally beautiful. So just on a small scale like that. So that's what I would say gratitude is. It's just being in a position of praise and joy, and having that feeling, because the feeling is literally the secret to manifesting more.
I love that. I used to do these mindfulness lives with my community, and we would do a gratitude section of the mindfulness live. And I would say 3 things you're grateful for in your personal life, 3 things you're grateful for in your work life, and then 3 things you're grateful for when it just comes to you. So when you said I'm grateful for my eyelashes, that's what I mean when I say when it's just focused on you. So I love that you brought that up. Can we, I mean, you're the certified licensed hypnotherapist. Please explain to us just the science behind gratitude and what it does for our brain, for our minds.
Yes, amazing. So our minds really doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not, right? Mm-hmm. So for example, if you're having a dream at night that you're being chased and you wake up, you're all like sweating and out of breath. Now, how was that if it was just a dream? Well, your brain didn't know, right? Yeah. So what happens is when you're excited, when you're joyful, when you're happy, this sends, dopamine, serotonin to the body. It makes the nervous system balance. Your nervous system is not all out of whack. You're in a better homeostasis type of place, right? Even just smiling, even if you just sit and just, even that alone does something with to the brain and to the organs, and it sends, like I said, it sends all of those chemicals and it flushes your body out, right? And it makes the immune system balanced. Why do you want a nervous system? Sorry. Why do you want a balanced nervous system? You want a balanced nervous system because you're at a calm. You're more calm, and when you're more calm, it's easier for you to think. You feel better, right? You sleep better, and that alone brings more joy into your life, more happiness into your life, more opportunities into your life. So there's something in the brain called the reticular activating system. So sometimes people think, meditation or bringing stuff to you is all spookity woogity, but it's really not. It's also science. What the reticular activating system does is we get in so much information throughout the day. I'm talking about tens of thousands, sounds, thoughts, all of it, but you don't know because your friend, the reticular activating system, RAS, right? What it does is it filters out all of that, and what it brings into your consciousness, what you're focused on. So if I'm focusing on abundance, health, new opportunities, whatever, it's going to send that my way. It's going to filter out all other stuff that don't got nothing to do with what ISIS want. I'm bringing in what ISIS want. I'll give you an example. If you ever was like, man, I want me a red BMW, right? Yeah, I want me a red BMW 6 Series or whatever, right? And all of a sudden, you start to see all these red BMW. Look, it ain't really hocus pocus. It's because your reticular activating system is saying, oh, ISIS want that red BMW. The BMW was already there. Everything that you want is already there. You just got to bring it into your existence.
Oh, man. I love that. And I love how you broke down just our nervous system and what it can do for us and the impact on our immune system too. In the herpes community, I coach people within my community that it's important that we're practicing mindfulness on a daily basis. Because not only does stress lower our immune system, but stress also sends a signal to this gene in our body called the JNK gene that then tells our virus it's okay to replicate. So someone who's experiencing back-to-back outbreaks, it could be because of the high stress. Their body is used to stress. It's always, their nervous system is always out of whack. What is it called? The sympathetic state instead of the parasympathetic state. So it's important that we're incorporating things in our lives that, help regulate our nervous system, help, manage our stress and help us keep positive so that not only we're living a happier life, but we're also living a more comfortable life with this virus. So thank you for sharing that. Can you just, get in a little bit more about the daily practices of gratitude?
Yes, most definitely. So, wow, there's so many amazing ways to get the brain of the flow of gratitude. First and foremost, we have to understand the power of repetition, right? Repetition it can be our best friend or it can be our worst enemy, depending on what you're repetitively doing.
Yeah.
And so, when you first wake up in the morning, see, the thing is, really quick, people don't know it. When they think about hypnosis or hypnotherapy, they think about some stuff where you're gonna be barking like a dog, or you're just gonna fall asleep and be telling, all your deep dark secrets. Most people are familiar with stage hypnotists,
Yes.
right? Those are people who get paid to entertain others, and they pick a certain type of person. There's a certain type of person that can go into hypnosis very easily. Those are the people they're looking for because they know that they can get them to, they know that they can get them to do these things, and also the people is willing to have it happen. You gotta be willing to have something happen to you. Nobody can just go into your brain and do things. So I say all this to say that when you first wake up, you're in a hypnotic state. You're in hypnosis when you first wake up. Your mind is still in that dream state, and your critical mind and your conscious mind are still just waking up. That is the best time right there to do your gratitude, right? As the best time to do the gratitude, because most people, when they wake up, they pick up their cell phone. No, you don't want to pick up your cell phone, because whatever you're consuming is going directly into the subconscious mind, and you're not even going to notice it consciously. That's the thing. It's gonna creep up on you later. You didn't see something and you out somewhere and you wondering why you triggered something you didn't probably see on social media. But when you first wake up, I say write down what you're grateful for. And then I don't know if I'm ready for this secret. I got a little secret sauce. I don't know. We might have to do a part 2 for that one.
Okay.
I start thinking about it. I said we might have to do a part 2, but the next one I would say is also doing it at night, right? Doing it, writing also at night what you were grateful for from that day. And then also, this is for my dancers, people who love to dance, right? Wake up, put some type of positive music. When I say positive, I mean, I know, the Cardi B's and all of that's out there, but you ain't trying to wake up bright and early, like just put down on your subconscious mind. So find something that's going to uplift you, right? That maybe has, already has some positive, affirmations or something in the background that you show gratitude for, and dance. Move your body, be in praise, embody what you're grateful for, feel what you're grateful for. Because remember, the way the mind's working, it's like, oh, she's liking this, she's feeling this, I need to bring her more. Yeah. Right? So it's like a genie. So that's what I'll say definitely write it when you first wake up, before you go to sleep. Have a great routine before you go to sleep. 30 minutes before you go to sleep, 30 minutes to an hour, to be honest. Put that cell phone up, reflect on your day, do some breath work, just simply breathing in on the 4 count. We call it box breathing, holding for a 4 count, exhaling through the 4 count. Do that a couple times just to really get the body relaxed before you go to sleep, and then write, and then also dancing. But those will be the the ones that I shared with you guys today.
Okay. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time. We got you for 30 minutes and I respect your time. It was so important to have you come and just speak to the community. For the people catching the replay, hashtag replay. But a lot of my journey when it came to breaking my own internalized stigma, living positive with herpes, was getting the extra help. I've invested in therapy and brain coaches and practitioners and just all kinds of stuff just to work on me. That was a part of my journey, and I think it should be a part of everyone's journey, especially if you are suffering under the shame of the stigma. Get you some help. Be open-minded. Dive into the books, dive into YouTube University. Make sure you follow Isis Love. Make sure you get whatever she has to offer for you, and you just dive into her magic. And I'm gonna pause there because I know you have something special to offer.
Yeah, most definitely. So, just kind of piggyback off a little bit what you're saying. Yes, if you're experiencing, most people right now on this live is experiencing anxiety, right, or some type of stress, right? Just statistically speaking, and so everybody needs a little extra help. You have to drop the ego and be real with yourself because we don't know it all. Even I have a therapist. And I'm on the verge of getting a hypnotherapist because I always want to keep my mind on tip-top shape, right? And then also I am in the world of helping other people. So you got to make sure I'm good, right? But I would say, yeah, definitely get that help because what's happening is you're having limiting beliefs. This is why you're not able to really kind of do it on your own because consciously, when you think about changing, that thought goes into the mind and it checks in with your subconscious mind because in your subconscious mind, you have something called knowns and unknowns, things that feel good and don't feel good. And so sometimes when you want to change stuff, it goes in and says, let me check in, beep, 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 beep. Oh no, this doesn't go in alignment with what we are. So the thought comes back in and it never sticks. But what I am here to help you guys with is I'm here to relax you. I'm here to put you in a relaxed state where we're able to take your goals, aspirations, and affirmations, and we're here to program those into the subconscious mind, right? And so I want you guys to know you're the first to know, so consider yourself lucky. But I will be releasing my gratitude journal November 1st on my birthday. It's a birthday special. And here's the good thing. So it's a 90-day journey. The reason why I put 90 days because it really takes about, people say 60, I say 60 to 90 days to really break a habit and to get a new habit. So with this gratitude journal, it's more than just a journal. It's a journal, has prompts in there. It's a calendar. It's all kind of great things. It has quotes. So if you purchase the book November 1st, I'm also there's more.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. 10% off your hypno sessions, right? So if you come in, you get the book, you let me know that you get a book, you'll get 10% off the total package of the sessions because it's 4 sessions. And what I do is I mix sound healing, hypnotherapy, NLP, and dream therapy all in one jam-packed session to be able to help you achieve your goals.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I'm going to make sure I get in contact with you after the live so that November 1st, I'm putting that on my platforms too. I want to help spread the message and get that book out there to anyone who is willing to do the work, ready to do the work, ready to change their life. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate what you're doing for the community, for the culture. I appreciate you for even showing up for yourself and you healing yourself so that you can be of service to other people. What you're doing is amazing. You are a healer, you are a light worker, and you have a purpose. And I'm here to support you in any type of way because I just love what you're doing. So thank you.
Amazing. No, for real though, really before we go, I got to give it back to you. You're amazing in what you're doing. Just the courageousness, just the way you stand in your power, just the way you like, I don't care what nobody think, this is what I am, this is what I'm doing, I'm here for my people. That speaks volume of your character. So definitely, I love what you're doing. I love the confidence. I love the courageousness. And you're helping so, even people who be scared to like the post and see, they're like, oh my gosh, she's helping me so much. You know, you're just helping people so many places. I know you are. So keep doing what you do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Isis Love. Let's make sure you guys go to this arrow right here. Boom, you see it, pull it down, and make sure you follow. Make sure you follow. It's important. Go check out the resources. Set your reminders for November 1st. Let's all get this gratitude journal. I'm going to get the gratitude journal. Okay. Thank you, Isis.
All right.
You have a
peace. Thank you again.